welcome to this QSW K66 video. And once again, we are pulling together some of the best guides in the world for windsurfing, and this is absolutely no exception. We have the top freestyle guide from Fanatic and North, Golito Estredo. How are you?
Fine, man. Thank you.
So here we are. We're out in Mauritius, and a wet Mauritius.
Yeah.
But it's been windy, and you've been out busting some funny stuff.
Yeah, we got the last week really good wind, very strong and massive waves, and I think I get a really good week here in Mauritius, and with training also, and also holiday, and a lot of fun here with all the guys, and yeah, it's good.
From what I've seen, you're out there, you don't ever stop. You're either out on the board, and as you say, you and Nik are out testing boards, testing sails. I saw you kite surfing. You do it all.
Yeah, also I have some time here to test a new freestyle board for next year. Also new freestyle sails, and yeah.
So okay, let's roll back. I've just watched your video in the hotel, and this is a video all about your life and where you, how you got to where you are now. Basically, you've been a team rider for Fanatic since 2003. Yeah, okay, so that's quite some time. Firstly, for a team rider. Secondly, how old were you when you first got that?
I think 14 years old.
14 years old. So roll back before then. The video opens everything about your life, and you know you really are an inspiration to most people, because just give us an idea of what you were doing before you were seen and recognised and then taken on board. Holy shit! Right, now, okay, so roll back to when, before you were a Fanatic team rider.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I know, I mean, before I came to Fanatic, I was a fisherman. I like to fishing before with all my friends in the small town where I live, in Jacket, and also help my brother in the work to find the solution on how I can windsurf. And yeah, I spend more of my time in the water.
So, now in the video there's one iconic point that I remembered, and that was seeing some young kid go out on this kit and just bust a forward loop, and that was you. How old were you then?
I was 12 years old in
12 years old. So I guess you finished school and you went out on the water and you trained. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, I finished school and straight I go to the beach to try to find some equipment to try windsurf.
So did you borrow equipment?
Yeah, I borrow equipment from I try to tell everybody to borrow me equipment, and in the end I find someone to borrow me for half an hour, 1 hour.
And now we roll forward, and you're world champion, and well done for that. I think that was secured at Silk, and it's not just the first time, is it? It's 5 times you've done that. So, you know, how old are you now?
23.
23 and 5 times world champion. You're very modest, and fair play to you, but yeah, that's quite some achievement.
Yeah, I work on that a lot, and I was training to define my title the last 5 years, and yeah, I get now this new 5-time world champion. I think this is the reward that you've deserved for so long, and I have to also maybe add that I think without the support of Fanatic and North, who've absolutely been behind you the whole time, they've supported you every year, and now you're an absolute intrinsic part of their development. So tell us what you're doing with the next year boards, and you've also got a harness as well, I noticed, which I tried, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we are developing in the freestyle board skate. For next year we wanted to change the board and for sure make the board faster and easy planing, and also for the light wind, and yeah, to get the name in the board, in the harness, in the fin, maybe next year in the cell. We will see, and
just keep pushing things forward, just keep moving forward. And with the time you put on the water, which is massive, since we've been here, I've seen you every day. You've windsurfed, you've kite surfed and you've been out for hours, tested boards, tested sails. You don't stop working.
No, I like both sports.
Well, actually, apart from now, no brand, but you're relaxing now.
yeah. I like kite surfing. I like more windsurfing, but you know, kite surfing is more for hobby. I do sometimes when it's not too much wind. And
that's actually interesting because windsurfing is your job. And so, do you see kite surfing as a getaway, a chillax, a means of just unloading? Because it must be hard.
When I do kite, I go for fun to have something new. But when I'm back to windsurf, I'm back really strong.
And do you get competitive when you kite surf? In other words, do you go out there and go, I want to dream up the next big move? Or do you just simply go out and go, I enjoy it?
I go and for sure I try some move, but only try, nothing special.
Okay, so windsurfing is what your profession is, and that's where you push things forward. And on that, so first, how many new moves have you? Because you get to name the move. If you design a new move, how many new moves has Golito's tag on it?
I think I'm inventing like 10 new moves already, and maybe more. I don't know, but quite a lot for the last 7 years.
Okay, so I'm not going to equate it to writing a song, but you know, how do you start? How do you just go out there and you just chuck yourself? Because you're proper powerful moves, aren't you? You're not just fluffing about here and there. You're kicking the board up. I've seen you here, and you're doing rotations 2, 3 at a time. How do you dream that stuff up?
Yeah, I mean, I have to train a lot this move. Also, a lot of air from the board and the surf, a lot of power. And yeah, I think it's more for also the equipment and the training.
So it seems really natural to you that this is really what you've always wanted to do and what you're extraordinarily good at, and I think you've got a big future. I think we all think you've got a good future, and I hope you enjoy and get the reward that you really deserve. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. This guy's an absolute legend. He works hard and he deserves everything he's got. And Golito, I really appreciate you taking time to talk to us. Have a safe journey. You're off home now, aren't you? You're off home now. Well, after going to Frankfurt and after going somewhere else, you then go home, do you?
Yeah, I go home in 4 days, I think. So, long time in Europe.
Take care, mate. Thank you.
See you next year, my friend.
Okay, so Nick, you know, this is post Golito chat, and we've just been in the bar, and that guy is he's so humble.
He's a ripper, isn't he? I mean, the guy's been competing at the very best. He's never been off the podium since he started. He's 5 times world champion. He's 23. 23. Last year he was second because he broke his collarbone at the end of the season before, and then his wrist just before the season. So he started on the back foot. But still, you see, we chat to him. He talks to anybody, hanging out. He's quiet. He goes on the water, and everybody stops and goes, "Holy shit!"
Absolutely. And yet he sits there and he just almost feels embarrassed about the whole success of what he's done. But me and you were talking, and we're trying to put in perspective, you know, the hours that these guys put in when they're practicing. You know, back in the day when you were out there, you did much the same thing.
Yeah, similar thing. I mean, unfortunately, I would say for myself, I'm not as naturally talented as someone like Golito is. Obviously, this day.
Not freestyle, but freestyle, waves and stuff. You're pretty damn good in your game.
I did alright, but again, you know, I worked my
6-time indoor champion, mate. It's okay.
Yeah. I was naturally okay. I was built for that. But things like waves, freestyle, racing, indoor. I mean, I did it all, but I was never. I suppose indoors is another thing. It's indoors, so it's not really outside windsurfing. But I was never as talented, not quite as naturally talented as Jason was in my day for the waves, as Beyond was in the racing. You know? I suppose as Golito is now. But I've worked my ass off at it, to be honest with you, and I did things maybe that a short guy couldn't do in racing, or a guy from England that could maybe have done it in the waves, and things like that. But that was me more working my ass off, whereas he not only works his ass off, but he is naturally talented.
So you think that the hard work that he's given, that's got him to where he's at, or is that natural talent?
I think the hard work gets you to the top. The natural talent with that hard work makes you 5 times world champion. Not first, second, third, first, second, third. To win 5 times in 6 years, you don't get that just by working hard. But nowadays, because the guys in second, third, and fourth, they're not playing at it. They are also working their arse off. But because he's got that little extra natural talent, that's why he wins time. He doesn't just sort of win. This year he came back up to injury. He got second last year. He was peed off about it. He knew it. Okay, broken collarbone, broken wrist. So in a way, we knew the issues. Guys out there don't understand this or don't really know it. But that's not the point.
And how much do you feel as a pro when you're struck down with injury and you know you're not going to get the result that you want, that all those guys out there are going to expect you to have? How do you feel about that?
I can tell you something. Did you hear him moan about it? No. Did you ever hear him mention about it? No. Did you see it in the magazines? No. That's what's another amazing thing about it. He didn't moan about it, he didn't complain, he just went about his business. He still got second, which is bad. And then
did you moan about it when he got second?
No, well, don't know, maybe I did. Probably more than he did. But,
just your brother.
You get on with it, he got on with it. He went behind the scenes, North came out, developed himself. Fanatic got the board he needed. He then trained and trained, kept his head down, came out this year. Not in all the conditions, but he's really good in windy conditions. He has a harder time when it's light. When the guy from last year won a world title, was better when it's light.
Is it light or something?
Just different sailing styles.
Okay,
Golito came out and nailed him in the first contest, which was light winds. The new idol North South, our new skate, and then he won every competition all year, did not lose a heat.
And you know, that's what I was going to come on to. The other thing that's worth mentioning is that Fanatic North, I say stuck with him, I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but you know,
they've grown together.
They've developed him, and it's been, what, 2003, that's 9 years. You know, Team Rider 9 years, that's a long time.
We can imagine of all the other sponsors, it would probably pay him more money to buy him to go just out for them, but that's not always the way. At the end of the day, he doesn't just do it for the money. Okay, his money's great, it helps pay for his family, as we see on his video and his life and whatnot, but that doesn't motivate him. Winning motivates him.
And I think the Fanatic North thing of keeping riders and keeping them on board, developing with them, it seems to be a consistent thing. So a lot of the team riders are the same.
Well, Craig, Karen, and Ralph and North, that is something they've been good at. They try as hard as they can to take them from a young age and work with them. You know, give them or try to give them what they need to. I suppose make the most of their talents, and if they give back and support us, we will, Fanatic and North, should I say, will support them.
And I think that's testament. And it's good that you old dons are passing on the experience back to the new boys on the block, and that's really good. And to be out here in Mauritius with all of you, just showing you a few tips, you know, getting your ass out there and saying, Nick, stop, you know, on your computer, get off your computer, get on the water.
Phone, stop working.
But Nick, thanks for your comments. I appreciate that, and yeah, shut up.